Adequate notice of this meeting of the Atlantic County Board of Chosen Freeholders was provided in the following manner. Published in the Press of Atlantic City and mailed to the Current, the Daily Journal, the Hamilton Gazette, and the Hamilton News. And has been posted on the bulletin boards in the county office building in Atlantic City, the Stillwater building in Northfield, and the county clerk's office in Mays Landing. We'll have an opening prayer. Our Heavenly Father, we ask thy blessing on this meeting and all those assembled here. May our actions be filled with kindness and forbearance, and may we ever be mindful of our obligations to each other and to thee. Amen. We face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which we stand, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, can we have a roll call, please?
Ballas.
Here.
Bennett. Bertino.
Here.
Corsi.
Present.
Days. Chairwoman Kern, Freeholder Days sent me a text. He's having some Wi-Fi issues, so he is trying to access the meeting. Fitzpatrick.
Here.
Gatto.
Here.
Risley.
Here.
And Kern.
Here. Okay, freeholders have had an opportunity to review the minutes from September 29th and October 6th, 2020. I will entertain a motion to adopt the September 29th minutes as presented.
So moved. Second.
Motion been made and second. Roll call, please.
Ballas.
Abstain.
Bennett. Bertino.
Yes.
Corsi.
Yes.
Days. Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes. I'll now entertain a motion to adopt the October 6th minutes as presented.
Motion. Second.
Motion been made and second. Roll call, please.
Ballas.
Yes.
Bennett. Bertino.
Yes.
Corsi.
Yes.
Days. Fitzpatrick.
Yes.
Gatto.
Yes.
Risley.
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes. Okay. And just as a note, I just want to say anyone that would like to speak during public comments, please type yes in the question and answer box. You'll be raised from an attendee to a panelist so that we can hear you. Okay, is Pat Diamond here, our Atlantic County Health Officer?
Yes.
Okay, hi, Pat. You're on. Pat, I think you're muted. Pat? You loser? Madam Clerk, I think she's muted. What do you think?
Oh, that you got it now? Can you hear me?
He's
Yes.
on.
Yeah,
Thank
there
you.
you
I told you I was having technical difficulties. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to report on COVID-19 status in the county. Cumulative Atlantic County-wide positive cases to date are 6,939 with 3,556 recoveries and unfortunately 261 deaths. Daily updates to these numbers are posted daily on our website, not only daily numbers, but cumulative numbers as well. An increase in cases of disease continues to occur in the county as well as the rest of the state, mostly in the younger population between the ages of 18 and 29. However, we're also seeing a significant increase in cases in the 30 to 59-year-old working age range as well, mostly in the male population. This increase in cases appears to be associated with transmissions at small gatherings, especially indoors, and day after day in households and families People need to stop assuming that their families and close friends are free of infections just because they appear healthy. We take down our guard when we are with people we know. We assume that I know you and you couldn't have COVID. Community spread is occurring, and I just, again, want to remind you of the importance of the 6 feet necessary to maintain social distancing, mask wearing, frequent hand washing, and avoiding crowds. Now, a rise in the cases is also associated with an easier access to testing in the county, thus increasing the total number of tests performed. In the past 2 weeks, PCR testing alone has increased by over 1,600 tests. Testing criteria and locations appear on the front of the Atlantic County's website at aclink.org. People should get tested if they experience COVID symptoms. The fever, the cough, shortness of breath, new loss of taste or smell. If you have been in close contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19 or have been asked or referred by your healthcare provider to get tested. The division continues to onboard contact tracers onto the Atlantic County site to handle the cases and contacts. We are up to 32 from the 21 as last reported. A COVID support service coordinator has been hired to ensure individuals needing to isolate or quarantine have the resources to be able to do so, thus containing spread as much as possible. We continue to work with schools closely. We met with county school nurses last Wednesday evening to provide updates and answer any questions that they have. Please get a flu shot if you have not already. Ideally, you should get your flu shot at your healthcare provider, but if not possible, take advantage of a flu shot at one of our clinics here in Northfield from 9 to 12. No appointment necessary. Just call 645-5933 and you will be coming into the building, social distance, and providing a shot. We also continue to offer them Tuesdays at 310 Bellevue Avenue from 10 to 12. But we just also remember, as the weather turns cooler, indoor gatherings should be limited to immediate household members. And as people plan for seasonal holidays and celebrations, the recommendation from the State Department of Health again is to limit the number of close relatives and friends and to try to plan parties outdoors as much as possible, perhaps around a fire pit or patio heater. The New Jersey Travel Advisor, as of November 4th, has been imposed on 43 states and territories. Finally, we have begun preparations for the COVID-19 vaccination distribution. Vaccine will be distributed in a phased-in approach and will be scarce at first. Initially, doses will go to healthcare and essential workers, then individuals at high risk, followed by the general population. We are actively in the process of reviewing the provider agreement to enable us to receive vaccine, establishing locations, working on a pool of vaccinators, getting supplies to handle the vaccine safely, and reviewing our current appointment scheduler, since all doses will be administered via appointment. So that's my update as of November 10th, if there's any questions.
Thank you, Pat. Do any freeholders have any questions for Pat? Pat, I don't see any questions, but thank you so much. You're working really hard, you and your staff, so thank you for everything that you're doing.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you for being here.
Okay, everybody stay well and social distance.
Thank you. Appreciate the reminders. Okay, that brings us right into our ordinances. So we have ordinance number 9 for the final reading.
Motion.
Second.
Do we read it?
We did have a question. I don't know if Ms. Diamond is still on. We had a question.
I'm on.
She's on.
Okay, hold on. Yes, she's going to be raised to ask her question. Chairwoman Kern.
Okay.
You can ask your question, Mary.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And is this like a 3-minute limit?
Yes.
It was more of a statement, and I just wanted to address. My name is Mary, and I wanted to call in today because I am a concerned mother, as long as a lifelong New Jersey resident in District 2. And I am very concerned with our county's response to this virus and the damage that is causing to our community. Our elders are suffering in isolation excuse me, and countless businesses are fighting to survive. Families are fighting to make ends meet, and most of all, our children, who have zero risk, are being forced to go along with these restrictions, especially the mask mandates. I would like to request that, we are shown here in Atlantic County the studies that show it's safe to limit a child's oxygen for hours, and that there is no psychological damage being done to their developing minds. I find this deeply disturbing that they are forced to wear these masks in school all day. And I know there's rumors floating around about further lockdowns. I would like to ask my public health officer to explain more of the exact emergency. What is the exact emergency that we are still in Atlantic County? What are the metrics and the data being used to define a state of emergency within our county? It seems that we're just waiting in limbo for the second surge, and we watch these positive cases climb. And I'd like to know, is the virus spreading and causing hospitalizations? What is the relationship? You said there was more testing, which also involves more positive cases. But what is the definition of an active case? Are these cases fully symptomatic? Are they non-symptomatic? Or are they partially symptomatic? And if they're partially symptomatic, wouldn't that be related to the flu or pneumonia? Or did that completely just disappear and isn't a factor this year? That's my main question is, or do we get a definition of just cases? Are they just cases or are they more defined?
The
And
cases,
All right, Mary,
Okay.
let Pat, you put a lot of questions out there, so let her respond to what we said so far.
Yeah. the cases are based on a diagnostic test result, either a PCR or an antigen test. The lab analyzes a test and it reports it to us in an electronic system. And then based on that result, an investigation is conducted. Not all cases show symptoms, exhibit symptoms, but many do. Most of the cases that we're seeing now, fortunately, are mild to moderate when they occur. We do see some hospitalizations, but not as many as the spring. Right now, our hospitals in the southern part of the state and our two hospitals here in the county are managing the cases with sufficient supplies and beds. I know it's very concerning regarding the requirement to wear masks. And initially, when that was imposed, it was not required. However, given the fact that it was so protective from spread from that individual wearing the mask, the governor mandated it. There are frequent breaks allowed in schools, and I'm hoping your school is taking advantage of that. It's not easy really for anyone, teachers or students. So I really can understand your concern, and hopefully we're not going to be in this position for a long period of time, but we're in it right now.
Madam Chair,
Yeah, Freeholder got it.
just want to also make one point clear to our constituent, Mary. Thanks for asking your questions. One of the questions I think you asked was, what are the definitions for maintaining a public health emergency in Atlantic County? We have no control over that right now. The state has declared a public health emergency, and we're under that executive order that supersedes us. So we are literally waiting and wait under executive order under the governor. And it's very frustrating for us to be able to not do things on a more localized level being in this spot that we're in. So I just wanted to clarify that point, Madam Chair.
Thank you. And just we actually are within the second wave, so it's really no longer considered a surge. It actually is a second wave of cases.
Thank you, Pat.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your questions this evening, Mary. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. Are there any other questions or concerns that we want Pat to address this evening?
Nothing else from the public.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, stay well.
Okay, thank you. Now, we are on to ordinance number 9.
Ordinance providing for the operation of a traffic control signal at the intersection of Ocean Heights Avenue, County Route 559, alternate, and Blackman Road, Municipal Street in Egg Harbor Township, final reading.
Motion.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Horsey.
Yes.
Chairwoman Richard, Freeholder Days will not be able to get on.
Okay.
His Wi-Fi just isn't working. Freeholder Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes. Okay, ordinance number 10 for a final reading.
Ordinance consenting to Ordinance 5 of 2020 of the City of Summers Point entitled an ordinance amending and supplementing Summers Point Municipal Code Section 250-36, Schedule 12, bus stops, final reading.
Motion.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Horsey,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes. Motion carries. Ordinance number 11.
An ordinance of the County of Atlantic authorizing acquisition of easements from parcels of property designated as Block 7102, Lot 32, Block 8801, Lot 29, Block 7102, Lot 9, Block 8802, Lots 1 and 2, and Block 7101, Lot 135 on the tax map of Egg Harbor Township for the reconstruction of culvert EH27 and bridge structure EH29 over Lakes Creek, along with related improvements by means of agreements or by condemnation pursuant to NJSA 48-12-1 and following, and NJSA 20:3-1 and following, amount not to exceed $75,000, first reading.
Motion.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Since this is a first reading, there's no public comment on the first reading. Do we have any freeholder comments? Okay.
Madam Chair.
Yes, please. Freeholder.
Yeah, who? Who's first, me or Frank?
I think I heard Frank first.
Well, I figured you was gonna say that because he's got a no shave November, so I figured that.
There you go. Yeah, from the junior freeholder. This is for the county engineer. Mark, what is the physical, street location of this project?
I think I saw Mark on here. Mark, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. Can
Okay.
you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the location here is at Lakes Creek Bridge on Summers Point Mays Landing Road. These are the properties adjoining on each side of the bridge itself, where we need additional right of way on both sides of the bridge for the reconstruction of that bridge. That's what this additional right of way is associated with. So there's slivers of land.
Right. So it's on Summers Point Mays Landing Road. Is that the bridge closest to Summers Point?
Are you talking? And that's Joe's Point Bridge, the one near the marina at the border of Summers Point?
Yes.
That's not the bridge. No, this is further along the bridge, heading towards Mays Landing.
Heading towards Mays Landing. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, freeholder. Freeholder Corsi?
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. Through you to the administrator, does there seem to be any resistance from the adjacent property owners on either side of the right of way that you're projecting to get? If you know.
No, Mark would have a better, as far as I know, there has been no resistance at all to this point.
No, so the normal procedure, and I'll quickly go through it, is to determine the amount of property that we need to widen the road, the minimum amount. We then create parcel maps. We have those properties appraised. We need 2 appraisals for each of those properties. Then we negotiate with the property owners. In this case, we didn't have any real issues with any of the negotiations with the property owners. And quick answer is we didn't have any problems with the property owners.
So, if I may, Madam Chair, one more question. The question is not to exceed $75,000. As most of you know, I'm adamantly opposed to, for the most part, of any time you have to go in eminent domain, after I witnessed what they did in Atlantic City under eminent domain. But do you believe, with your expert experience, that $75,000 would be enough to satisfy both sides of the land owners out there?
Yes, that's with that is the number that we have. Basically, it's a round number of where we are. Yes. I mean, there's fees associated with certain things that are all grouped into this, the appraisals fees, also the filing fees. So we don't know the exact number, but the total number of the acquisitions and the fees, this is the number.
Thank you for that information. I would do a follow-up, Madam Chair, with Jerry. I'm supported on first reading, but I have some hesitation.
Thank you, Freeholder. Do I have any other Freeholder comments? Okay, roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Horsey,
First reading, yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Bisley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us into our resolutions and grants. So we have resolution number 529.
Grant application to the New Jersey Department of Human Services, Division of Mental Health and Addiction Services for an alcohol rehabilitation education grant. Funded amount $716,566. Cash match $97,335.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any Freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Horsey,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Bisley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 530.
Grant application to the New Jersey Department of Human Services, Division of Aging Services for the Older Americans Act 2021 Area Plan Contract Grant, amount not to exceed $1,666,982.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any Freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Horsey,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Bisley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 531.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Department of State, Division of Elections for the Help America Vote Act, HAVA 2018 Physical Security Remediation Grant, amount not to exceed $39,558.31.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any Freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Horsey,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Bisley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 532.
Grant application and acceptance from the state of New Jersey for the 2020 state election grant program, provide reimbursement for the general election, amount not to exceed $495,000.
Motion.
Second.
Motion been made in second. Any Freeholder comments? Comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Fallis,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 533.
Grant application and acceptance from the State of New Jersey Office of Emergency Management and the State of New Jersey Department of Health for CRF ELC COVID-19 testing site and reimbursement 2020 grant. Amount not to exceed $3,106,416.75.
Move.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Fallis,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes. Resolution 534, please.
Grant application and acceptance from the New Jersey Excess Joint Insurance Fund for the JIF Brit Safety Grant, funded amount $935.56, in-kind match $935.56.
Move.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call.
Fallis,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
excuse me, Bennett,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes. Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution number 535, please.
Funds Exchange Program Cost Reimbursement Agreement with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for funding from the fiscal year 20 Transportation Trust Fund for the paving of Tilton Road, Ubell Avenue to Delilah Road in the Township of Egg Harbor, amount not to exceed $1,971,733.88.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Yes, please, freeholder Bowles.
Yes, for either Jerry or the engineer, is there going to be any drainage upgrades to that area, or is it just a milling and paving?
All right, we have Jerry.
Yes, Mark, well, Mark is here. I mean, he can,
Sorry. Mark?
if he can't answer, I'll answer it.
He's coming on.
Yeah.
I'm here. I had stepped away. Which number was that? I'm sorry. I apologize.
535.
Okay. So this is the, this is a federal project. There's going to be quite a bit of improvements along portions of this roadway. So that's why it's a fairly big number for our roadway projects. There are some drainage improvements. There are some as you know, there are bike lanes on both sides of this road. So and we're in keeping with that. There's some drainage issues that we're handling by doing some curbing and some gutter work. And then there's some areas that we're actually adding to some of the existing systems. So short answer is yes, we have some drainage involved in this project.
All right, great. 'Cause I'm sure, as you know, there's little to no storm drainage there on Tilton in that area. It's a real problem.
Right.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you,
No
freeholder.
problem.
Thank you, Mark. Any other freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, roll call, please.
Fallis,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi, Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution number 536, please.
Grant application and acceptance for additional funding from the New Jersey Division of Mental Health and Addiction Services for the Medication Assistant Treatment Grant and to extend the term date. Net increase $100,000.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any freeholder comments?
Just, Madam, just want to make a mention that this is our assisted treatment through the jail, the program that we have going on there. So continuation of that.
Thank you, freeholder. Any other freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bennett?
Yes.
Rutino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution number 537, please.
Amending Resolution Number 443, adopted October 6, 2020, a grant agreement with the New Jersey Department of Military and Veterans Affairs for Veterans Transportation Assistance to extend term date only. Funded amount $21,250. Net increase $4,250.
So moved. Second.
Motion made in second. Any freeholder comments? Comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Roll call, please.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bennett?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That takes us into our chapter 159, and resolution number 538 will be considered separately from the remainder of the 159s because it has a cash value or cash match. So resolution number 538.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made in second. You gonna read 538?
Sure. New Jersey Transit FTA Section 5311, County of Atlantic Rural Transportation System 2020. In the amount of $36,519. County cash match $12,173.
Okay, the motion was made in second. Do we have any freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bennett?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. I'll entertain a motion now to combine and adopt the chapter 159's resolution number 539 to 546.
So
Motion.
moved.
Second.
Okay, motion's been made in second. Any freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bennett?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution number 547.
Professional Services Agreement with Dr. Christopher Lucasti for the Division of Public Health as a consulting physician for communicable disease and bioterrorism program, amount not to exceed $25,000.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas?
Yes.
Bennett?
Yes.
Bertino?
Yes.
Horsey?
Yes.
Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Risley?
Yes.
And Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution number 548, please.
Renewal competitive contract with Ford Scott and Associates for the preparation of Atlantic County Annual Audit, Family and Community Development Annual Audit, and the Prosecutor's Audit for 2021, and optional services including official statement services for Atlantic County, 2021 bond sales, and other optional services. Amount not to exceed $141,000.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments?
Yeah, I think that was 549 that she just read, 548.
I'm sorry. I'll read it again.
Thank you, Freeholder.
8.
I'm glad you
Amended
picked it up. I thought I missed something. Okay.
548, amended professional services agreement with consultants for environmental consulting services under the 2019-2020 environmental services pool for various acquisition projects to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Motion.
Second.
Okay, motion been made and second. Any Freeholder comments? Comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, we'll have a roll.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That brings us to competitive contracts and resolution number 549.
Renewal competitive contract with Ford Scott and Associates for the preparation of Atlantic County Annual Audit, Family and Community Development Annual Audit, and the Prosecutor's Audit for 2021, and optional services, including official statement services for Atlantic County, 2021 bond sales, and other optional services. Amount not to exceed $141,000.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any Freeholder comments? Comments from the public?
No comments from the public. Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 550.
Amending resolution number 505 adopted October 2020, a renewal competitive contract with Dr. Christopher J. Lukowski, DO, to serve as medical director for the Departments of Human Services and Public Safety to amend the term date, no additional cost.
So moved. Second.
Motion made and second. Any Freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 551.
Bid contract with Standard Pipe Services Limited Liability Corporation for the drainage improvements of West End Wellington Avenue, amount not to exceed $173,780.
Move.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any Freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Madam Chair, if I may, can I through you to Jerry. Jerry, what is the latest, if you know, maybe the engineers department, regarding Western Avenue, Wellington Avenue? We always talk about the flooding there. You know, when the flooding gets bad, we have to close that part of the highway down. And I thought a couple of years ago, they were talking about bulkheading Western Avenue, Wellington Avenue. Have you heard anything on that lately? I know Corps engineers and then were involved early on, but it just seemed like it just quiet off.
I think Mark probably has more information than I have. I've heard so many things about that location, that they were going to raise the bridge and then not use the intercoastal waterway. But Mark should be on. He should be able to. Mark, you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a few projects that have been talked about out there. Out on the causeway itself, we're going to see a project that the DOT will be doing in West Atlantic City, and also right at the ramp that goes down into West End Avenue off of the causeway. And so that project is supposed to start. It was supposed to start, and I anticipate that maybe it'll start in the spring. That's going to be a 2-year project. The way that project is being built, they're going to raise a part of the causeway. That's not going to fix any of the flooding on West End Avenue. We did some drainage improvements when we when we did the road improvements a couple years back. What this project is doing is going to replace a portion of storm pipe and line some other storm pipe that is deteriorating underneath of the roadway. So we've had it video inspected. We've gone through what it is that we can do. So this will take care of some of the minor floods. It'll never take care of the major flood conditions, but this will get the stormwater off the roadway faster than what it is now. Raising the roadway is a major project, and I don't see that on the horizon anywhere soon. I haven't seen a project either by the state or by the city, and not by us, that we're looking at right now to raise the entire road.
Well, let me just say that the city, because it's a county highway, would not be doing any work except at the intersection between the Black Horse Pike and right at the traffic light. It's 3 partials of that land. Part is owned by Ventnor, partials by the state, the other partials by the county, and a little teeny piece by Atlantic City, somewhere about Vagabonds. But be as it may, I thought there was talk of bulkheading, and maybe that has been pushed back on the back burner, because we always thought that bulkhead would certainly help and ease a number of that flooding out there. As you know, just last week, once again, you couldn't get through there if you didn't have a rowboat. So maybe we just look into it. Like I said, a couple of years ago, they all met with all the civic associations down there, talked about with the Corps of Engineers about Western Avenue, raising it and putting bulkhead in it. But then all of a sudden it got quiet.
Yeah, the only reason why I brought up the city is that the property, the right of way for West End and Wellington Avenue is right. The curb line is about 4 feet shy of the right of way line. Anything beyond that, just past the guide rail, is actually city property. That stretch of beach and an area there along the bayfront is owned by the city of Atlantic City. So that's why I knew that they were involved in the game, but whether or not they were looking at a project or not. When we did those improvements, even to get the guide rail in and to do the riprap that we needed to reinforce the embankment, we needed additional right-of-way from the city of Atlantic City. And so that's why I know that that's city property right there.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you.
Okay. If we have no other questions, we'll do a roll call.
Ballas,
You're on mute.
Yes. Sorry.
no worries. Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Horsey,
Yes.
Patrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution number 552.
Bid contract with Marino General Construction Incorporated for the roof replacement and cupola repair at the American Hotel, 106 East Main Street, Mays Landing, amount not to exceed $148,081.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments?
Chairwoman.
Freeholder Fitzpatrick?
Thank you. And I apologize, Freeholder Gatto, if you discussed this after I left the budget meeting. But when I was looking at this, I noticed that the low bid, $148,081, is 31% lower than the next highest bid. And I'm anticipating my colleague, Mr. Corsi, when a change order comes along, to increase that amount of money. That seems like a big difference. And I just wonder, do we analyze those differences like that? Anybody can submit a really low bid to get the bid and then come along with change orders. So that just seems like a lot of money to be off from the next highest bid. Do we, is there an answer or an explanation?
No, we do. Every bid gets reviewed, but the key issues are if the bid meets all the conditions that the state has laid out. So they had a business registration form They have a public works registration form. They met the condition for meeting, having an apprenticeship program, and then, meeting all the conditions for the trades that will be out there and what they will be paid per hour. So they met all those conditions. And so now the next thing is can they do the job? You look at their references, and this particular group has very good references. Oh, I don't know what else to say. Jimmy, is on. And if we meet all those conditions, what I would do is I go to county council and say, Jim, they meet all the conditions. We think they're a little low, but what is our legal condition in this particular case? And Jim will give you the answer.
Yeah. In this particular instance, as long as they meet all of the requirements under the local public contracts law, then they qualify as the lowest responsible bidder. And under the law, we're required to award them the contract.
I understand that administratively, they've checked all the boxes. But if all three vendors are bidding on the same job and require the same material that costs the same, how is it that they're 30% less than the next highest bid? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
There may be many.
Jimmy, before you go any further, I just want you to look at all the bids. So go check all the bids.
Yeah, the next one was 417,000.
Exactly. They're like,
Bubble.
they're like another $105,000. So I'm just saying to you, in this particular case, I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure we have the authority to go ask them why they are much higher. But I will take you back to the same questions that you asked. We have a place on Spruce Avenue, and we asked the contractors to bid on the roof. The lowest responsible bidder was extremely low, and we went through, agonizing hours in speaking with, I don't know how many unions I had to speak with concerning whether or not they could do the job. In speaking with law, they met all of the conditions. They did that job. They came in at $32,000, and they did the job, and they did a great job. We haven't had a leak in almost two and a half years. The point being is, I get told regularly from contractors, there are times they take jobs, they underbid the job to keep their workers working and not having to lay them off, knowing that they have other jobs that they have bid on and that they will be working on. Is this the case here? I can't answer that. So.
Okay, that's reasonable. Thank you.
Okay.
Jerry, Madam Chair, if I may.
Yes, Freeholder Corsi.
I certainly concur with Freeholder Fitzpatrick. As you know, that has been a pet peeve of mine from day one. And I've always made it very clear, sometimes the lowest bidder is not always the responsible bidder, because as Jerry's indicated, they come in low sometimes to keep their employees working. But then at the end of the day, if you're not watching, that lowest bidder becomes the highest bidder out of all of them. And therefore, if you notice, most change orders, I vote no, except if it's a reimbursement or so. But Fitzpatrick is certainly, it does raise a flag. And we certainly hope that the administration continues to monitor it. And if we can get more contractors that come in with a bid of $30-something thousand and do an outstanding job and have no problems, we certainly welcome them. But she raises a good point, and I'm glad to find out that somebody every now and then follows my lead when it comes to change orders.
Thank you, Freeholder. And thank you, Freeholder Fitzpatrick. Do I have any other comments from the freeholders?
Carol, I was just going to make the point that it says the American Hotel, but it's really the Atlantic County Library. So just for the public's benefit to know we're not in the hotel business, it's the original building was the American Hotel, but it is the Atlantic County Library.
I was questioning that, Amy. I thought maybe that was one of them Trump hotels that changed the name or something.
No.
Thank you, Freeholder.
Don't shake your head, Risley. Don't shake your head.
Do we have any other freeholder comments? Okay, any comments from the public?
No comments.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Martino,
Yes.
Corsi,
I'm gonna vote yes. Risley shook his head. Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Bisley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 553.
Bid contract with Arrowhack Paving Company Incorporated for the 2020 County Highway Improvement Program, amount not to exceed $1,498,000.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, a roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
No.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That takes us right into the change orders this evening. Resolution number 554.
Change order number 1, contract with Weatherby Construction Corporation for additions and alterations at the Atlantic County Civil Courthouse to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments?
Oh, Madam Chair,
Freeholder Corsi.
if I may, I want to be clear that this is just to extend the term only. How could I vote no?
You can't.
No additional cost, yeah.
And you know what? And on a serious note, that's a local company right here in the city, and they do outstanding work. And to extend the term date only, that's great. They just did a lot of work for the city at the stadium, and they did an outstanding job. It's good to see locals.
Thank you, freeholder. Yes, it is. Any other freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
I'm going to vote yes for me and Dave. Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Okay, that ends our change orders for this evening. We are now at resolution number 555.
Intergovernmental Services Agreement with the Office of the State Medical Examiner, Department of Law and Public Safety for the provision of medical examiner services, amount not to exceed $1,808,855.
Motion.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
No.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution number 556.
Intergovernmental sub-grant agreements with the Atlantic County Area Agency on Aging and the Atlantic County Division of Intergenerational Services to provide various services under the Older Americans Act. Amount not to exceed $2,039,905.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 557.
Intragovernmental sub-grant agreements with the Atlantic County Office on Aging for services under the Older Americans Act, amount not to exceed $967,205.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
yes,
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 558, please.
Agreement with Rutgers University for the provision of the Cooperative Extension Program, amount not to exceed $246,477.
Motion.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
yes,
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 559.
Amending Resolution Number 257, adopted June 2nd, 2020, emergency contract with Icafano Group Limited Liability Corporation for the purchase of frozen meals and shelf-stable meals to the Atlantic County Division of Intergenerational Services Nutrition Program participants to extend the term date only, no additional cost.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Tino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
yes,
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution number 560.
Emergency contract with Claris Healthcare Incorporated for the purchase of Claris Companion 4G senior tablets and 4G service subscriptions to provide congregate meal participants to reduce social isolation due to COVID-19 and the closing of congregate meal sites, amount not to exceed $400,000.
motion,
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
yes,
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 561, please.
Emergency contract with BioReference Laboratories Incorporated to furnish test kits, provide interpretation of the test samples, and to report test results for continued COVID-19 testing. Amount not to exceed $150,000.
So moved.
Motion been made and second. Any freeholder comments?
Yeah, Madam Chair,
Yes, please, freeholder.
through you to Jerry, is this being used by the CARES Act money?
We have several different pots of money that would be paying for this. One of them is the CARES funding. We have, for example, we started our test site on April the 9th. And so we have one set of dollars for CARES that go from March 1 to June 30th. We have to submit those expenses to FEMA, and then the state has given us money to pay the 25%. So part of that would be paying this. The other issue is we just got $1.9 million of CARES funding because we are one of 12 counties in the state that have less than 500,000 people. It was 1.9 million, a little bit less than 2 million. And the rest of it would help to pay for this test site. So, or these tests that come for the test site. So yes, we have two pots of money to pay for these, and it is all CARES funding.
Okay, Jerry, one other question, if I may, Madam Chair. Jerry, also, as you know, the state has received over $900,000 not long ago, and then we received another don't hold me to it, $1.3 million, part of the CARES Act. And we are in a situation that some of that money, if not a lot of it, has to be earmarked and spent by December 31st. Is the county under some of those same restrictions in terms of making that money?
Pots of money that I mentioned have to be spent actually
Jerry?
by the 31st. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, you can hear. Okay. So yes, actually, Bonnie's on. She has to have her reports in by December the 10th, and we're allowed to encumber money up until December 31st. However, we also have another pot of money. It's about $1.5 million. We will be running a site, and so let me tell you, it's not a site. It is a conglomeration of locations for testing starting December the 1st. We just have an agreement. It's on for tonight with Atlanticare to utilize their system throughout Atlantic County to provide testing from December 1st until May 31st. And so those dollars are called ELC, Epidemiological and Laboratory Capacity Funding, that we are able to use until May 31st for testing. So back to your original question, yes, our first CARES money technically ends December 31st.
Thank you so much.
Although you do know, I want to make sure you know this, I believe, and Bonnie's on so she can, correct me, they are allowing us to encumber money, and then they will allow us to carry forward into, I think it's either February or March, those so that we could get those paid off on dollars that have been encumbered as of December 31st. So they've gone through that with all the county administrators, and I believe they went through with the county treasurers as well.
Do I have any other questions? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Hey, roll call.
Dallas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 562, please.
Emergency contract with Arthur Henry Incorporated for the repair of culvert pipe on Brewster Avenue in the borough of Buena. Amount not to exceed $85,460.
So moved. Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Hey, roll call, please.
Dallas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 563, please.
Designating the Atlantic County Human Services Department, Public Health Division, Substance Abuse Services Unit as the administrator of the County of Atlantic 12-hour and 48-hour Intoxicated Driver Resource Center.
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Dallas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. 564, please.
Resolution to comply with the Department of Human Services requirement for a standardized resolution to be filed with the 2021 area plan by the Atlantic County Division of Intergenerational Services.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Dallas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 565, please.
Business Associate Agreement between the New Jersey Department of Human Services, Division of Aging Services in the Atlantic County Office on Aging to be included with the Older Americans Act 2021 area plan.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, thank you. Roll call?
Dallas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yeah.
Rutino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. 566, please.
Memorandum of Agreement with the County of Atlantic and the Humane Society of Atlantic County to provide veterinary services at the Atlantic County Animal Shelter. Amount not to exceed $5,000.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments?
Yeah, yes, Madam Chair, through you to the administrator. If I may, is this our first time with the Humane Society of Atlantic County?
No, it's a renewal.
It's a renewal?
It's a renewal, absolutely, yes, correct.
I thought we had our own veterinary service.
We do. So here's what happens when animals, well, first of all, the prosecutor has been named the designated agency to investigate animal abuse. So
Correct.
the issue for us was what happens when they get a lot of animals and we don't have the ability to do all the medical review. There are a number of cases where this medical review needs to be done in a timely fashion. So the agreement was we would work with the Humane Society, who agreed with us. We met with the prosecutor, the Humane Society, and Kathy Kelsey and Pat Diamond from our own animal shelter. And so the agreement was that they would do the initial inspection of all the animals to determine whether or not they would be able to be housed in our facility. And so that's really why they're revealing that. So.
Just for the record, Atlantic County Humane Society does do an outstanding job. I was just curious to find out that while we have our own veterinarian, we know how they were there. That's fine. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, freeholder. Do we have any other freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, roll call, please.
Dallas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. 567, please.
Authorizing the county to make purchases through the state of New Jersey's cooperative purchasing program, amount not to exceed $10,100,500.
Move.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call?
Dallas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. 568, please.
Renewal agreement with John Brooks Recovery Center for the provision of a methadone treatment program to inmates at the Atlantic County Justice Facility. Amount not to exceed $436,380.
I'm sorry, moved.
Second.
Motion remains second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, thank you. Roll call, please.
Dallas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 569, please.
Resolution requesting a transfer in the 2020 budget in accordance with the provision of NJS 40A:4-58.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and second. Any freeholder comments?
I have a comment, Madam Chair.
Freeholder.
Jerry or to Bonnie. I thought it was, and just from my understanding, I thought budget transfers could only happen in the month of November. But then someone told me today you could do them in November, December, January. Is that accurate?
The last 2 months, I thought.
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure.
Freeholder, you can do them in November and December of the current calendar year, and you can also do transfers in the first 3 months of the following year for the prior year calendar.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Any other freeholder comments or questions? Thank you, freeholder. Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay, roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Oh, I think he froze.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Isley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 570, please.
Shared Services Project Management Agreement with the Atlantic County Improvement Authority regarding project management services for certain improvements at the Atlantic County Justice Facility to accommodate additional inmates amount not to exceed $450,000.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Okay. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. 571, please.
Emergency contract with Atlantic Care to establish and administer a COVID-19 testing program. Amount not to exceed $1,583,388.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made second. Any freeholder comments? Seeing none, any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Resolution 572.
Chapter 159, Department of Homeland Security, Federal Emergency Management Agency, Emergency Protective Measures, COVID-19, in the amount of $298,271.01.
Motion.
Move.
Motion second. Any freeholder comments? Comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
Yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. Okay, and now I'll entertain a motion to combine and adopt resolutions number 573 and 574.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any freeholder comments?
Do we know anybody in resolution 573?
That wasn't your delivery, freeholder. That wasn't your best delivery.
Other freeholder comments? Any comments from the public?
No comments from the public.
Thank you. Thank you. Roll call, please.
Ballas,
Yes.
Bennett,
Yes.
Bertino,
Yes.
Corsi,
I'm still trying to figure out, but yes.
Fitzpatrick,
Yes.
Gatto,
Yes.
Risley,
Yes.
and Kern.
Yes, motion carries. That concludes the written portion of our agenda. Any reports of special committees of the board? Oh, seeing none. Any unfinished business? Seeing none. Any new business? Okay, seeing none. You've received copies of written communication and petitions. Any freeholder have anything they wanted to share?
Chairwoman,
Yes, Freeholder Bennett.
I received a letter from a resident in Egg Harbor Township who wanted to talk about the speed limits on Ocean Heights, as well as Egg Harbor Township. And currently there are 50 miles per hour speed limit, which they believe is too fast. Given the fact that there has been some fatal accidents on those streets, they would like to see it decreased to 35 or 40 miles an hour because there are places of worship as well as businesses, schools, and residential homes on both of those streets. So I informed our resident that I would bring this to the Freeholder Board's attention and get any feedback for them.
Jerry, can you provide us like what they need to do? They have to call the city.
Well, if it's a county road, I couldn't make out what roads. If it's a county road, all they need to do is write the executive a letter, and then we'll have county engineering, go out and review. They'll do the speeds, the speed testing, and then they do it based on what they call the municipal utility or the municipal uniform traffic code and devices, MUTCD. If it's a municipal road and it's not a county road, then they've got to write, Mayor Hodson and a township council. It sounds like a county road because it's 50 miles an hour. It's very rare that you see a municipal road at 50 miles an hour. So if you like Freeholder, then if you send me a copy of the letter, I'll sit down with the executive and then I'll speak with Mark and John Peterson.
Perfect.
Okay.
Do we have any other freeholder comments? Okay, we'll now open to the public portion. Anyone that would like to speak, please type yes in the question box, question and answer box. You'll be raised up. Is there anybody?
We have no one that has indicated they want to speak.
Okay, thank you. Any comments for the good of the order this evening?
Chair, just want to wish our veterans a happy Veterans Day tomorrow. Take a moment to stop and remember and thank all of those who give the sacrifice for our freedoms.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Freeholder. Do I have anything else for the good of the order?
I would agree with my colleague over there. Absolutely. Is there any services being held tomorrow, Jerry, at the Veteran Cemetery by the county or anybody you know of? I know we had a lot of cancellations.
Jerry?
He's on mute.
Yeah.
Okay. And one of the things we're doing tomorrow is we're opening up the Veterans Museum. And so we're making that available to, the veterans. We did that last year. It was, as a matter of fact, they brought out a large number of veterans that have a bikers group. And the entire group came out. I think she said she had about 200 people for the day. Hopefully we'll get sort of the same group tomorrow, or, the number of people. As you know, there's limitations on the number of people that can be in the building at the same time. They have to wear the masks. We have Miss Kim Brown, who is our director there, has a whole procedure. She hands out a diagram of the building, an explanation of all the artifacts there, and you can take that home with you. And it's really well done, and I would encourage anybody that's a veteran to go there tomorrow.
Very nice. Thank you, Jim.
Madam Chair.
Thank you, Jerry.
To mention Summers Point tomorrow, 11 o'clock, Victory Park. Thank you.
Thank you, Freeholder Rosie. I think Ventnor also has something around 1. So they're the only two that I'm aware of right now.
Yeah, Hamilton Township did theirs today, and it'll be available to watch on video tomorrow.
Thank you, Freeholder. Do I have anything else for the good of the order?
Chairwoman?
Yep.
Madam Chair. Yeah,
Yeah.
as you know, John just mentioned Summers Point, but also in addition to that, the city will also, during that ceremony, be renaming the bike path there. It's just been repaved as Purple Heart Way.
Yes.
Very nice. Very nice. Any other, anything else for the good of the order? Oh, Freeholder Bennett.
Yes, just real quickly, I wanted to lift up that the Atlantic County Library System swept all of the top spots for Best in Press for Best Library. So I want to congratulate our library staff and our county.
Very nice. Congratulations. Thank you for that. Do we have anything else for the good of the order? I will then entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Have a good evening. See you next week.